Okay, here we go. Let's talk about the political corruption in the city of Chicago. It's amazing that all these things are going on with those folks in Chicago, with the politicians, with the police department. The FBI investigation has proven, uh, with no dispute, that there's a lot of corruption in that city. Yet the people feel powerless against the politicians that are not representing their interests, the judges that make decisions just based on their connections to the other political powers and people that own businesses and the corporations. The working people there seem to not have a voice at all. And it's just amazing to me that folks have forgotten about their constitutional rights that they have in this country, that the government works for you. It is not the government, them, and then us, the people. Those people, the them, work for us. And they have to do the bidding that the majority of the people want. The last time I checked, we have not ceased to be a democratic society, even though the folks that who are elected into power will lead you and want you to believe that that is not the way that it really is. So here's how this process works. When you have a politician or especially a judge that is no longer serving the people, they're a bias, they are discriminatory in most everything that they do. They don't care about the community. They rarely attend events in your community. They bring outside people or things or forces into your community to further divide it and to move you out. Some of you have been living there all of your lives anyway. And they contribute no financial base or incentive at all. You need to get rid of them. One of the ways you do that is that you get a recall petition. You can go down to your election commission's office, and whether it's an alderman, whether it's a governor or mayor or whoever, and it may be more difficult to recall a governor or a mayor, but it's certainly not difficult to elect those local officials who are elected to serve your public interest. That includes the judges. Judges in those chancery courts are elected every 4 years to serve the people. And if they are not being friendly or fair to people who represent themselves in pro se, which is your right to do that. You don't always have to hire lawyers there, and I met very few competent lawyers in Chicago anyway. So if you need to represent yourself because you can't afford one or until you can get one to come on board with you, that's fine. But you should not be discriminated against or treated differently or your case be set aside as and handled with extreme bias and prejudice just because you couldn't afford or don't have a lawyer to represent you. That is insanely outrageous. And what you need to do if you have judges that way, go down to the election commission's office, pick up a recall petition, and put in there that the